I think anybody can pop off on social media. You have, like, if you're just consistent, you don't even have to do crazy shit. Like, whatever you love. And now I know this guy, he's a normal guy. Now he has 10 million. He's a chef on TikTok. He's making crazy money. That's what's cool about social media is I have 5 platforms. I'm posting on 5 platforms every single day. I have 5 streams of income. So maybe this video didn't hit on TikTok, but it went crazy on Facebook. And then I'm getting AdSense, you know? So you never know.
What it is, Bradley, back again with another episode of Dropping Bombs. Today in the studio, folks, as always, I got a real treat for you. Kinsey, how you doing?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited about this.
Well, thank you for coming. Folks, if you guys don't know who she is, at Kinsey is all you need to know. At Kinsey, just go look her up. Her last name, Wolanski. She's a real estate investor / public figure. Almost 4 million followers on Instagram. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, who is this girl? I'm looking. She's jumping out of airplanes, jumping out of hot air balloons, snowboarding, kayak, like all this freaking stunt shit. And then I saw one where you're wing walking, basically. But you got into the thing, unless it was trick photography.
No,
you got
100% real.
Hold on. I got to tell these people, like, they don't understand. Like, you got to have balls to wing walk in the first place. Well, I mean, apparently not, but you do. She got into the apparatus while you were flying.
Yeah.
Like, are you nuts?
I used to be, honestly. I think my frontal lobe has developed a little bit more because, well, this last year I start thinking, like when my team comes to me like, yeah, jump off this skyscraper. I'm like, why the fuck would I do that? You know? So I think I'm not as nuts as I used to be.
But that's when you were, I mean, like, that's some serious.
Yeah.
I would say, I don't want to say courage, but courage.
Yeah. I've always been fearless. I think in business, life, everything. Fearless.
Yeah. And then you think, oh, she's just a cute chick doing stunts. No, she's also like, you know, big into real estate. She's making tons of money. You sell multi-million-dollar listings, markets over 1 billion in new development projects throughout LA, New York City. And then I never read these, but yeah. You look like Christy Brinkley. You know who that is?
Yeah. I get told that all the time.
Yeah. That's one of those back in the day things.
Yeah. I did have to Google it. I was like,
do you think you did? Do you think you do?
I don't know. I think a little bit. I could see maybe like the cheekbones.
For other people in the bomb squad that, you know, was a little bit older, you remember Christy Brinkley. Tell me she doesn't look like Christy Brinkley. She does. You guys barely remember Christy Brinkley, don't you? She's my age and shit, I think.
She still looks incredible.
Sure she does.
It looks amazing.
She's Christy Brinkley. I think she's going to be Christy Brinkley.
I'm like, if I look like her when her age, I will be so happy.
Do you think you will? Do you take care of your skin?
Yeah.
Do you hydrate?
My appearance look really young, and I protect myself from the sun. I'm super on it. I'm like, I don't drink. I always take care of myself, so I think I'll do good.
Psychedelics?
I've dabbled for sure, but not super into it. I like to be sober. I don't like to be out of control. I like to be in control.
Okay, so let's go back now. And folks, listen, she's an actress, social media personality, model, real estate investor, like you flip houses.
Yeah.
So you buy and sell houses. You do all kinds of shit. I want to know, like, how'd this all begin? Like, to me, and by the way, folks, just go look at her Instagram and just like click one and then scroll and enjoy. Because it's like, I'm looking at you going, dude, like, guys don't have this much freaking courage. There's very few guys that will do all the shit you're doing. I've never seen a girl, especially a beautiful girl, doing all this shit. How did it happen? How did it start?
So I went to nursing school and I realized, like, oh my gosh, I was a nurse. I was like, I can be a nurse manager. This is a horrible idea. Like, there's nothing to work up to. So I took the risk, moved to LA. And then I was like, I got to stand out. Like, I knew social media was a new way. This was 5 years ago. And I was like, there's so many blonde girls. How am I going to be different? And on set for movies, they were like, I was a gymnast. So I always could do flips and tricks, always played every sport. So like, you should do stunts. And when I do something, I'm an all-in person. And so then it was just a spiral. And then I got my pilot's license and my skydiving license. And I just kept going with it. And I realized this is my way to be different. And then I started traveling the world doing the craziest stunts possible. And then I always knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I wanted to be a real estate investor. So I pumped my active income, social media, and I invested into my passive income.
So, but who taught you that?
My dad's a cop. My mom's a teacher. Very like normal, upbringing. But I have 8 brothers and sisters.
In Sacramento?
No, in Central California. I went to school in Sacramento, but in Palmdale. I don't know if anybody knows Palmdale, but people are always shocked. It's kind of like the Compton of Central California. But yeah, I grew up with 8 brothers and sisters. I think it made me competitive, really independent. Like I always wanted to be better than them. So I just did everything. I was always a try-hard, valedictorian, senior class president. Like I was never the smartest in the room, but I knew I'd work harder than anybody.
Do you think hard work's a secret?
It's the secret sauce. You can do anything. I think so. Like we have to work smart, not just hard. There's a lot of blue collar people who work really, really hard, but they're not going to be at the places. You need to work smart. Be in the right rooms. That's like learn how to spend your hours of the day to make crazy money.
By the way, the bombs, that's just telling people to listen. Don't get startled. I know it won't startle you.
No.
The reason I say that is because a lot of people always say work hard.
Yeah.
And it's not hard work that does it, because I know a lot of people that work hard.
Yeah.
And to me, hard is like, you get home, you're fucking tired, your hands are beat up.
Right.
That's hard. That's not going to get you anywhere.
True. I think it's more about commitment than hard work. Like if you find something that you want to do and just go do it and commit to it, go all in, doesn't mean you have to work hard, because I would say I've achieved so much, but my days definitely aren't the days of like a construction worker working super hard, right? But I work smart and I'm consistent.
Were you a nurse?
Yes.
For how long?
3 months.
Now, did you have to like change bedpans and wash ding-dings?
Yeah, I started in the nursing home. Like that was when I was a CNA, like a nurse assistant through school. Oof.
Will you tell me if this is the truth? Because I knew a nurse once when we were younger and we were juvenile, so we asked stupid questions. And she became a nurse and she was telling me about what they do. And she said she had to give people baths. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, old people that are in there for whatever reason, we have to give them a bath. I'm like, well, do you see their dick? And she's like, well, yeah. And I'm like, dude, do any of them ever get fucking boners? And she's like, well, yeah. And I'm like, so what do you do? And she says, we just take out a pencil and smack them on the head with it and it goes down. And I said, shut your motherfucking mouth. That is not true. She said,
I wish I knew the pencil trick back in the day. I didn't know it. I just was like, Carl, come on.
I'm serious.
No.
Did you not know that?
I didn't know the pencil trick.
She could be lying to me too. So
but they're not even all there.
If there's any nurses out there listening to this, I'd like to know. Now, because you were a nurse, did you have to get the...
At that point, that was too early. There was no vaccine then.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
But you got it anyway because you almost said yes.
Well, I didn't know.
Private business.
I met some friends who maybe signed off on a few things.
So you didn't get it. No. So you're one of the ones that are like, I knew it. That's what I keep saying.
Yeah.
Because I keep telling everybody, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And I know a lot of people that did it.
Yeah, but that was such a big thing. I mean, I was traveling during COVID. That was one time that I was canceled. But I always knew the whole time. I'm like, well, I went to Rwanda, Africa. I was gorilla trekking. And
see, guys, what I'm talking about? Fucking, you'd think she's like full of shit. You meet her at a party. You're like, who is this? She was, in Rwanda gorilla trekking.
Yeah. And this one's really...
And by the way, there is some gorilla shots on her Instagram to where like you can see her in the jungle right next to big ass gorillas. Like that doesn't scare you at all, knowing they can rip your ass apart.
No, I love it.
What is wrong with you?
Love it.
Something broke up here a long time ago.
Yeah.
What was it?
I don't know. I just want to live my life to the fullest. Like I think of those things. I'm so excited. Like I feel so alive. Like I want my life to look back and people be like, she lived. She did it all. And it becomes like a little bit addicting. You're like, oh, wow, you can swim with killer whales. I got to go to Norway.
How do you find any friends, though? No one's doing this shit with you, are they?
No. Some people, yeah. Some people like are really excited by it. And then some people are like, that's a little crazy. So people always want to travel with me. And then they'll just like maybe stay back on the days that I do really wild stuff. They're like, I'm going to kick it by the pool today. I'm like, okay.
So I don't want to interrupt you anymore. You were on a gorilla trek. What?
Yeah, I was on a gorilla trek in Rwanda. This was during COVID, but it was August, but I was already over this. I was like.
By yourself or you bring friends?
Bring friends. I had 5 of my girlfriends with me. It was my birthday. And so we're all in Rwanda. And then we had to get so many COVID tests, like 13 before we got there. Everything was pat. We were safe. And then I was playing soccer with kids and got to TMZ and I wasn't wearing a mask. And they were really hurt by that I was with African-American kids with no mask. So the wording of the article is, I don't care about African American kids because I don't wear a mask with them. And I'm like, I'm just playing soccer with kids. The next day, we go gorilla trekking. We have to wear a mask. So I wore the mask with the gorilla, of course, because that's the rules. And then now I value gorillas over these kids. So then the next day, we get taken to Rwanda jail for 2 weeks.
What are you talking about?
Because one of the girls in our group tested positive for COVID. So now we gave kids COVID, apparently they think. But it was just kind of, how
do you know they didn't get it from the kids?
We never even had COVID. They false tested us. So nobody had COVID. But the articles, I mean, I thought my life was over. I was getting railed online that like I was racist. I was like so inconsiderate of these kids. It was so, so bad. But people get over it and like really, they know who I am.
Did you lose millions of followers?
No.
Oh.
Just a lot of like these hate pages. No.
Seems like nowadays, like, you know, if anybody tries to get canceled, they get more popular.
Yeah. It's kind of like you got to do things for attention, you know? But that was not I didn't want that attention. That was...
No, nobody should.
Yeah, never. That was bad.
So you didn't lose a bunch of followers over it. When you said you got a lot of hate, do they just DM you or make comments? How'd you get that hate?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was like all over the news. So it was just like, and then these pages that are like very like activist pages were just posting like crazy. So I was all their followers. Like I've never gotten death threats like that. They're like, we're going to find you. We'll kill you. I'm like, it was crazy.
Is that thrilling for you?
No, absolutely not. That one was like, I cried for sure. And I was like, public apology. Like, see, I swear that's not me. Like, I'm just trying to gorilla trek.
It makes no sense. You also streaked at the what?
Champions League final.
Yeah. So you guys can watch a video of some girl running across the streaking, and this is her. And how many people saw that?
1 billion.
A billion people. Now, did you get a lot of followers after that?
Yes.
How many? Like a lot?
In one day, 1.5 million.
Because how do they know it's you? Like, that's what I don't get is how do people know that quickly? Like, who that chick? Boom.
Yeah. I could have gotten more on my Instagram because I grew so fast. The Instagram shut my Instagram account down for like 5 days after.
They thought it was fake or something?
Yeah, they're like, what's going on? So I'm like, it could have been, I think, more, but yeah, it was crazy.
Interesting. Now, you're not afraid to wing walk. Mm-hmm. And by the way, guys, again, go look at it. She gets into the little strap while it's flying. Like, I don't get that. You could have been blown off, no?
Well, I had a cable attached. But once you push up and the wind hits you, that force is so crazy and you have to, continue climbing up. That was when it really hit me. But in those moments, I'm a very focused person. It's like anything. Like, I'm not doing it recklessly. Like, I trained for a while. Like, I was in the moment. Like, I knew what I was doing, and so I was focused.
But why are you doing it? Why would you train just to wing walk once?
Live life to the fullest. Create content.
Is that what it's about? Content?
Well,
so do you have to figure out crazy shit to do?
Yeah, this last year, I really slowed down just because I was really focused on real estate, and it's hard to do both. I was posting every single day on 5 platforms, and you run out of things to do. Like when I'm on set for a movie, you film a movie for a year, and then you release it. With social media, I could train for that wing walking and then post it, and the next day people are like, what's next? It's impossible to keep up with. I ran out of things to do unless I injure myself, Do
you want me to start texting you ideas?
I would seriously, any ideas, guys? Come on.
Dude, I'll text you ideas. Like, dude, that big building in Dubai?
Yeah.
Jump
Burj
off
Khalifa.
That.
No way. I'm not going to base jump off that.
Why?
I've never base jumped.
Well, they did it in that Tom Cruise movie, I think.
Yeah. I feel like Tom Cruise is my...
Spirit animal?
Spirit animal.
Spirit grandpa?
Yeah. Him or Richard Branson.
What's funny is I'll be with Richard Branson. I got invited.
Tell him that I'm his spirit.
Island.
No way.
Yeah.
Can you bring a +1?
No, but you can go, I bet.
Just text him.
No, there's 24 couples, I believe.
Wow.
So I'll bet you if it's available, I can get you in on there.
That would be, I look at him and I'm like, because he's an entrepreneur, he's boss, but he lives life. He does stuff that nobody would do. And I'm like, that's so me.
He does. And dude, he'll be there all week.
If you really can get me in, I'll love you forever.
And
this should be amazing.
And the story is Jordan Peterson too. You know Jordan Peterson?
Mm-mm. Oh, I do. Yeah. The guy who gives advice, right?
Jordan Peterson. He's the Canadian professor that used to call Zeds, or I forget, but he wasn't down with, hey, you're not going to make us call people names. And he got pretty famous. Now he's real famous. Jordan Peterson.
Wow.
He's very.
So how'd you get this invite? They just sent you an email?
No, I'm friends with a guy that probably knows Richard or something. And he just called me and said, hey, we're having this thing.
Yeah.
There's 15 of us. Do you want to go? And I said, well, yeah.
Yeah.
He said, it's 50 G's. And I'm like, where do I send it? And I said, so Richard will be there. He goes, yeah, he'll be there all week.
Wow.
So they sent me this little thing. And then I noticed, because when I went to the website, because I wanted to see the island again, I noticed that there's 24 rooms. So I said, dude, let me know if you need anybody else. Because he goes, well, we're almost sold out, but I think there's 2 people that are bailing out. So if you want to invite a couple. So I call one of my friends and another one of my friends, and they're like, in.
Yeah, right away.
Yeah, and then I could call them for you if you're serious. I'm serious. I will call, but you'll have to like, it's a couple thing. I think I don't know if it's couples, but
I can find somebody.
It's a couple. I'm sure you can. How come you don't have? Hey, do you have a boyfriend or no?
I don't know.
I don't understand that either.
Well, they know my ex very well. That's how I met them. I just got out of a relationship 2 months ago. Oh. And that was my decision. So it's not the trouble of finding one.
Dude, that's sad. He's gonna fucking kill himself.
He's really sad. I
bet he is. Like, he's not going to find another Kinsey. Does the one even exist is the question.
Yeah.
I would say no.
I'm real.
What would you say? No. No. And again, I hope you don't listen to this because, I'd say, sorry, buddy. I don't know what he did, but you done fucked up.
Oh, and he didn't do anything. He's so sweet.
Well, grab him and bring him to Necker Island for one final.
No. I have other options.
Other options. Okay. But hey, are you serious? If you're serious, I will try.
Serious.
Okay, I will try.
Where are you going?
September 6th through the 10th.
Okay, perfect.
And I will try. I will text.
I actually have I'm going to Patagonia with a friend the week before. I'll just.
Oh, Patagonia. Okay. What are you going to do? Koala trek? Are there koalas in Patagonia?
I actually don't think so, but penguins.
Where is Patagonia? You know, it's funny. I always make a joke that says I wasn't very good at biology. I don't know where anything is. And then they're like, that's geography. And I'm like, that's the fucking joke, idiot. But I really wasn't very good at geography. Like, I don't know where shit is.
It's because you got to travel.
When you say Rwanda, I just know it's over there or something.
Yeah.
Patagonia, it's probably next to Rwanda.
In Argentina, next to Chile.
Oh, the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Where's the best place you've ever been?
That's so hard. I really like Iceland, though. I think Iceland is like another planet.
Do you know who Ty Lopez is?
Yes.
So Ty was here the other day, and I asked him, and he said Sweden.
Sweden?
Have you been there?
Yeah. I spent 2 months in Sweden.
And you're saying Iceland's the best?
It's not. I like Iceland. I like South Africa. I like Jordan.
I went to Africa, and I don't really like it.
What part of Africa? That's like saying I went to United States of America.
Hey, did you like it? Did you like it?
Did you go to Ohio or did you go to Vegas? Like, I need to know.
What's the difference? I went to Johannesburg.
Okay, no, not it.
And around there, I don't remember. It was called whatever. I don't remember.
But you did a safari in Joburg.
I didn't do a safari. No.
Oh, there's so many cool parts of Africa.
Yeah, but like that's Africa. They got fucking spiders bigger than your face.
No, you got to go to Cape Town, South Africa.
I keep hearing that.
Cape Town's like California, same exact geographic climate. You have mountains, beach. You're living large, like you can have like a mansion on the beach with more beautiful beaches, and it's so inexpensive. It's amazing. But then they have Nobu. It's like you're in California. Honestly, really? They have cute restaurants. Like we stayed in South Africa for a month, and then would go fly to like Botswana for the weekend. So we didn't have to spend crazy amount of time. Where
is all of the like people that are, out in mud huts and shit?
Well, most of Africa.
So in Cape Town, it's like California, LA, but the rest of it's all mud huts.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't all the mud hut people go to Cape Town?
It's affordability.
I know, but I would just go there. Like, what are they going to do?
We still can't afford it to even get there.
I don't understand. Makes no sense to me.
Yeah,
I'm telling you right now,
they'll commute for work.
If I'm up here, let's say Vegas is a mud hut area,
mm-hmm.
and LA's fucking beautiful and everybody's rich, and Beverly Hills, Rodeo Drive. I'm going to migrate my ass down there and figure it out when I get there. I'm not staying up here with the fucking mud huts, period. I'm going to go down there, even if y'all don't want me there.
Yeah. And you can find work. Well, a lot of the people, they'll commute by bus like 3 hours. They'll work in Cape Town, but then they live in the mud hut.
And then I also was forced, or not forced, because I didn't do it. I was just saying that earlier. They wanted me to get yellow fever and dengue fever and all these shots.
Yeah. I didn't do that either.
Yeah, I said, no, I'm not going to get any shots. And I went without it and didn't get anything. But like, that's almost what made me not want to go there.
Right.
Like, you can get all this shit there. It's like, seems just so, but I did go and it was the cradle of mankind. And I thought, dude, this is where life started. Isn't that crazy? Yeah.
Wow. That is crazy.
So your favorite is Iceland. I've never been there though.
Yeah. And that's pretty close. Like, it's not too far to get to. And it's just so unique. Like, the landscape is so beautiful. You got to go in the summer, do a road trip all around. You've got like, you could drive an hour and you look like you're on a different planet. It's crazy.
Tell me something that nobody knows about you.
That's hard. I've been sharing my life for years.
You haven't shared it all and you know it.
Publicly?
Yeah.
Or that nobody in the world knows about?
Well, I mean, publicly. Like, nobody.
Oh.
Nobody. No. Just publicly.
Well, the only thing is something I could think of that's really sad.
Like a dropping bombs reveal.
Can it be sad?
It can be whatever you like.
This is the only thing I've never said publicly, but my brother died overdosing on drugs. I never told anyone that.
Well, that's sad.
Yeah, but that's...
You know what's funny is my brother did too.
Really?
And I've never told anybody that.
Wow. Because I don't like the poor me mentality. I don't want that to be like part of my story. So I just never posted it, never told anyone.
How long ago?
2 years ago.
I'm bummer. Older or younger?
Older. My oldest brother.
Was it like, obviously tragic, but was it like, expected? Meaning my brother expected.
Yeah.
We told him, dude, you're going to fucking kill yourself one day.
Yeah, we knew. I mean, yeah, he was the football player, normal guy, and then he got in the wrong crowd, and then he was a drug addict for almost 8 years. So he was in and out of rehab. We were trying everything. So we knew eventually one day we would get a call, because he was like serious, like starts with like little and then it's heroin.
Wow. Now, so I'm picturing you 16 years old, high school. What are you, cheerleader? Cheerleader, you playing all the sports.
Valedictorian, senior class president.
So you're getting good grades, everybody's happy?
Yeah.
You're like the queen of the school?
Yeah.
Are you like mean girls or nice girl?
Nice girl.
You're not a mean girl?
No.
No, you look like one.
No, I was the senior class president, planning all the homecomings, having 0 periods. So I showed up early to school to plan all the events. And yeah.
And then you get it and you graduate, obviously. Do you go to college?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Nursing.
Okay. You go to college for nursing? I thought you go to nursing school.
No, yeah, you go to Sac State.
Oh, okay.
Sac State, woo.
Sac Town.
So no special college, but that for me was like, woo.
Nurses right now are making some decent coin.
What's decent coin?
Well, from what I hear, a couple hundred G's.
Yeah, if you're like a travel nurse, but some of my nursing friends, they make 80. And it's a lot.
80's a lot?
No, a lot of work for 80 grand, not a lot.
But, I always
There's
tell
not
people.
many that are making 200 grand.
Well, the one I know said she was. I don't know if she's telling the truth. And all she does is go around and give people IVs. But she could have been lying.
Yeah, I think if I was going to go back to nursing, I would do aesthetics. You can make a lot doing just fillers or things like that.
So okay, you're in nurse. You scrub a few ding-dings, didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
It was the bedpans, I'm sure, weren't fun either.
Mm-mm.
Can't even believe people do that.
But it wasn't like that much I didn't like nursing. There was nothing to look forward to in my life. Like I'm like a driven person. I like big goals. Like I always wanted to be.
But I'm trying to find the part where something changed. Cause you're regular, you're going through high school and all of a sudden now you're fucking wing walking and fucking hunting gorillas and you're not hunting them. You're trekking.
No, not hunting everybody.
Huh? Yeah.
Hunting them with COVID. Literally.
You're over in Africa spreading COVID.
Yeah.
There had to be something. There was a catalyst. Something changed. One day something changed. Unless you just said fuck it and you started just like saying, hey, I want some attention because social media is all about attention. And you started doing shit and it's working and it was like, was it planned?
Yeah. I mean, I always knew, I always felt this way at least. I think that's what you need to be different is at least to feel this way about yourself, whether it's true or not. I always felt like I was meant to be something really big. And so it was my first modeling trip. Like I was in college, but I got this modeling job, and then I started modeling a little bit, and then I went to Greece. And that
modeling?
What?
To model?
Yeah.
So people are paying you.
Yeah, and I was like, whoa.
Okay, so that's what it is. You got a taste of the good life and say, what the fuck am I doing being a nurse?
There's a whole world out there. Like, this is crazy. And I quit everything. I was like, boom, pack my bags.
Now,
I said, I'm going to be famous.
Well, again, in that thing, it would make me think, okay, so now she thinks she's going to go be a supermodel. Well, how'd you end up wing walking and jumping out of shit?
Well, I knew I wasn't going to be a supermodel. I'm 5'5", curvy. That wasn't going to work. So I had to say.
See, I don't get that either. It doesn't matter how tall you are.
Yeah.
Not only that, I mean, everyone has their own flavor, I guess. But
then I was on set.
How tall is a supermodel?
5'10". Tall.
Who decides? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what you just said something. What was the first extreme sport? Yeah. Like I'm trying to get to the crazy part.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I started.
When did you start doing real estate?
Well,
I mean, shit, you're not even that old.
I'm 26.
Yeah, and you know, you got a real estate career and shit. Like, when did that take place?
Yeah.
I was doing that the whole time I was trekking gorillas.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you got to have multiple streams of income, you know? But so I was on set and I wanted to be an actress. That was the plan. Move to LA, be an actress. And then they were like, you should do stunts because you're really athletic. And so I was like, heck yeah, I could do that. And then it just kind of spiraled, and I grew up riding dirt bikes and stuff like that. So it was like, wait, I can do this. Like, and that's so different than any other girl. So then I was like, I'll go get my skydiving license. I'll go get my helicopter pilot's license. And then it just got crazier and crazier.
Okay, skydiving.
Uh-huh.
I've always wanted to ask a real certified skydiver this question. In order to jump out of an airplane and skydive into a stadium, does that require any kind of permit or licensing?
Yeah, you can never. To get that, like,
so you've heard of Grant Cardone, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so Grant Cardone, 10x2 or 10x something, he shows himself going up in an airplane and then jumping and then landing, and then he must have had to pee or something because he ran behind a curtain and jumped into a bus and then came out, and everyone was freaking out. And I'm like, dude, because I know Grant. And I'm like, dude, Grant don't skydive. I go, that'd take a fucking permit at least.
Even in the stadium, like, you need thousands and thousands of jumps to be able to have the accuracy to land safely. It doesn't matter if you have, I couldn't
see. I wish I knew you back then, because I kept telling people that wasn't him. There was like, dude, stop hating. I'm like, I'm not hating, dude. Like Grant Cardone, we would know if he was skydiving on the weekends to learn that shit.
That would take him years of training. I couldn't have the accuracy and land. Okay,
so folks, we all know now, Grant Cardone did not skydive into 10X. That was an actor or a skydiver.
Yeah.
Was it you?
It was me.
Was it though?
Yeah, me and Grant, we look the same.
You're
similar body type.
You 5'5"? He's 5'5".
No, he's not. No way.
Maybe 5'6". Maybe 5'8". I don't know.
Yeah, I was his stunt double. I get paid to do stunts, so he paid me. The deal was, hey, get me in on your next real estate deal, and I'll jump out of the plane for you.
Okay, well, I suspected. I mean, I knew because I know Grant. Everyone else was saying bullshit. Now I got facts.
It's bullshit.
You got to have a license. You got to have a permit. You got to be really, really practiced.
More than a license, you got to.
Can you do it?
No.
So it's like even more than you've done.
Like thousands of jumps. This
How freeing is it jumping out of an airplane?
Yeah, it's crazy, but it's more crazy out of a hot air balloon or a helicopter because you're stopped, so it feels so different. But out of a plane, maybe because I've done it so many times, it doesn't feel free anymore. Now it's like a sport, you know, like you learn new skills but I think everybody should do it once for sure.
Hell no.
No, you wouldn't do it?
Me and you were the complete opposite. Dude, listen, I don't need that kind of adrenaline.
Yeah.
Even like, dude, I've never been that way. I'm the smart one.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you could die doing that.
Yeah.
And as soon as that's a possibility, I'm like, fuck, I don't need to do that shit.
Yeah.
Now, would I do it if I had to? Absolutely. We're up there flying and, fucking shit's happening with the plane.
Yeah.
And there's a parachute and I got to jump. I'm jumping.
You'll just strap to me.
I'm jumping, but I'm not going to do it voluntarily.
Okay. That's fair. I understand. And you have kids and a wife and like all these people who really need you.
Even if I didn't.
Oh. Well, you could have blamed it on that sound a little better.
No, I just tell the truth. I'm not an adrenaline junkie. I guess it would be fun though, but no.
Yeah.
To me, if there's a possibility of dying, why do it?
Why do you drive your car every day?
Because that's not fucking likely to die doing it.
A lot more people die in car accidents every year than a skydiving accident.
That's because more people drive than skydive.
But I think if we did a correlation test,
I'll bet you they would die more skydiving.
We should do it.
Well, how many people skydive?
We can figure it out.
Not way less than how many people drive.
Yeah, but if you do a nice correlation where you do the average, right, to the people, then we learned that in school.
My daughter, one of my daughters is 10 years old. Oh. She wants to skydive. She's like, will you take me? I'm like.
My dad took me when I was 16, my 16th birthday.
Did he go with you?
Yeah.
He skydives too?
My dad's a badass. He doesn't skydive, like he doesn't have his license, but he'll go, like.
What is the difference?
You don't jump by yourself.
Oh.
You jump with somebody attached.
Yeah, see, that's another thing. Like, I only want to do that a couple of times. How many times do you have to do that?
Well, when you're getting your license, actually, you can jump by yourself while they're holding on to you the first time, but you're not licensed until 25 jumps.
I also saw that you fly a helicopter.
Yeah.
So can you fly any of them or just a certain kind?
Just certain kinds. Because as you get your hours up, you can fly bigger.
Do you own one?
No.
Why don't you own one?
If it fucks, floats, or flies, you rent it. You don't buy it.
Eh? That's a good one.
Yeah. It's also really expensive to keep up with and maintain and all the things.
So when you want to fly one, you just go get one.
Yeah. Like one day if I'm sitting pretty and I have a ton of time and my future husband wants me to be his pilot, then I'll do it.
Okay. Let's get to the real estate because that's where the business is.
Business.
Yeah. I mean, all the rest of the stuff's just amazing and fun and interesting.
Yeah.
But you're probably not making money doing that.
Yeah, so much money. I made millions of dollars from social media.
But you're not making millions of dollars trekking gorillas.
It's part of social media. I have videos with 100 million views. But
that's what you're doing is you're getting content.
Yeah.
So you get to live life, have fun as shit.
Yeah.
And get content. And that's it.
Yeah.
It's the crazy shit. Do you think it would work with anybody?
I think anybody can pop off on social media. You have, like, if you're just consistent, you don't even have to do crazy shit. Like, whatever you love. If you like cooking, now I know this guy, he's a normal guy. Now he has 10 million. He's a chef on TikTok. He's making crazy money.
He has 10 million on TikTok? How many you got on TikTok?
3.
See, I'm closer to you on TikTok than anything.
You got to get on Snapchat.
That's the disappearing app, right? Where you show pictures of your dick and it disappears?
No, but you don't. You just Snapchat your whole life, 50 to 100 snaps a day. David Dobrik's making $1 million a month on Snapchat right now.
How?
Posting snaps. They get ads.
Snaps of what, though?
They put ads. Like, I'll literally be like, hey, with Bradley, little selfie. I post 50 a day of my whole day. Microphone, camera.
And a snap is a pic?
Mm-hmm. Nothing sexual.
So no videos?
You could do videos too, but you just share every aspect of your life, but they click through fast and they add ads. So the more that you post, the more ads you can put in, the more money you'll make. So yeah, creators are making bank on Snap right now. That's what's cool about social media is I have 5 platforms. I'm posting on 5 platforms every single day. I have 5 streams of income. So maybe this video didn't hit on TikTok, but it went crazy on Facebook. And then I'm getting AdSense, so you never know.
So you would think if it went crazy on one, it'd go crazy on the other.
A lot of times it does. There is a big, like, I'll notice something goes viral on TikTok. It also goes viral on Instagram. So, but there's sometimes I had this video with my family who is so not my brand. You would never think we were just playing Christmas games. Like, we love to do big Christmas games, and got 100 million views on Facebook. I got 200,000 on Instagram.
What were you wearing?
Nothing sexy.
There has to be something.
No. I was in a sweater.
Hey, you want to spend an hour a week with me helping you become a business badass? Well, check out my group in the link below.
What was going on in the background? Like, was the dog humping a stuffed animal or something?
Intense. Like, my family's very competitive, so we do Christmas Olympics. Like, we do intense Christmas games. So people thought that was really fun, and everybody was like, "We need to do this with our family." 100 million views, paid me $60,000. Just one video that from 3 years ago I re-uploaded on Facebook.
What kind of, you pay regular taxes on that, or can you call that dividends?
No, you pay regular, but I moved to Puerto Rico for 2 years, so I was saving taxes, and then just moved back to LA. Now I got to buy more real estate to depreciate it.
Why don't you just stay there?
Because it's a really family-oriented place, and I need to find a husband.
I know, but why don't you just stay there?
Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. This girl I know, she had her assistant swiping her card there, full on went to prison.
What kind of a husband are you looking for? Because I have a feeling like there's a bunch of them that would love to apply.
Yeah. Well, applications, I'll leave a link in my bio. I'm just kidding. But really, I am looking for a husband. I need someone driven. I'm a sapiosexual. I need to be.
Do they have to jump out of airplanes with you and shit?
No, definitely not. They need to be adventurous. Like, we're going to travel a lot. Like, they need to be down to be like,
do they got to have
hey,
some
babe,
scratch?
we're going to. Yes.
See? Fucking A. Did you hear what she said, folks? You got to have money, fool.
Well,
Don't
because
be coming at her broke.
you got to be richer than me.
Well, you
That's
got to be able to like afford to roll with you.
Yeah. And also, we were talking about this before the podcast. I believe like I am a strong, independent woman, but really through trial and error, I think masculine and femininity is so important. And I think like I want to be a mom one day. And on a lot of relationships, I've been in my masculine because I'm the boss girl and it doesn't work. Like I really want to be in my feminine. So if he's not going to step up and be able to like let me take a back seat to provide for our kids and provide for him as a wife, it's not going to work. So
Dang, she just told you, fool. There's dudes that are going to be hitting you up in your DM for sure. And they might qualify. What's crazy is one time I was doing a podcast. This guy wanted to talk about something that he did, and it was $20,000 to do it. And I'm like, talking about it, and he left. He goes, well, hopefully people do it. And I'm thinking, nobody following me has got $20,000 to give you.
Yeah.
And dude, like he made over $1 million when it dropped. It's like, dude, I started looking at who's following me. I got 8-figure earners following me, movie stars, celebrities.
Wow.
You might get yourself a husband.
Okay, guys, if you do well for yourself, you're a nice guy, slide in my DMs.
Slide up in there. Now, okay, so let's get to the real estate. So, because you're not that old. You make it sound like you're, if you were like, 46, I'd be like, oh, okay, and then what? And then what? But like, where'd the real estate come in? Because technically, you're a real estate investor.
Yeah. And yeah, more than technically, I think. I probably own more units than most.
Do you have, you don't manage them?
No.
See, who taught you this?
Well, I have a real estate podcast, guys. I'm doing amazing. Female real estate podcast. But I got my license right when I moved down to LA because I was acting, and I'm like, okay, well, I need to sell real estate to survive while I'm trying to make it as a creator and actress, because you don't just start making money. And so I was selling real estate, and then I would be meeting people, and they were all like, oh, I don't pay taxes, and I'm a billionaire. And I'm like, what do you do? Real estate investor. And so I always knew, I was like, I got to do that. And so the second I started making money, I just dove in. I'm in real estate courses. I have crazy mentors. The podcast has made me meet all the most amazing people that are now my partners on big deals. Then I created my fund, and now I like to help other creators and influencers save their money as well and invest it so that they have passive income, because it's not forever.
And you have a real estate fund, you say?
Yeah. And we get the best deals, all seller finance subject to, so you're not paying the 8% interest rate.
Are you looking for investors?
I'm looking for investors always. And we're going to make you so much money. So it'll be fun.
Where would people go if they wanted to literally talk investment with you? Do you have a website?
No, but I can make one for your investment. But I'll have my assistant do that right now.
Well, where do people reach? Just DM you?
DM me, yeah.
You don't have a website?
Not for real estate. This is all peer to peer. Like all my friends who I know are like me, who make millions of dollars on social media. I'm like, what's your plan? Like, how are you saving taxes? How are you like investing this so that you can have passive income? And then they invest with me.
They're probably not.
Right. Or they're athletes, or like just people in my inner circle who make good money, but not from a business. So they don't know what they're doing, but they've been fortunate to make good money.
Well, real estate is, one of the best for that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever do tax deeds, tax liens, stuff like that? You know what those are?
Well, I do a cost seg depreciation, but I don't do a tax lien.
No, tax lien is something else you can invest in, because you were probably just looking for ways to save money, make money. Real estate's awesome, but tax liens are basically, let's just say 25% return on your investment. It's
safe?
It's 100%. Well, I wouldn't say 100%, but you're making a deal with the state, with the city, not the person. So let's say I'm down on my taxes.
Yeah.
And I haven't paid in a year and a half or whatever.
Right. Okay.
You come along, you pay my taxes. You're making a deal with the city, by the way, not me.
Wow.
You come along, pay my taxes, say it's $10,000. I now owe the taxes and 25%. They are now going to collect for you from me. And if I can't pay, they take my house and give you my house. So like when you don't get paid, you get the property. And most people say, what about the loan at the bank? Free and clear, because they'll ask the bank before they give it to you. You want to pay this? But you're getting your money one way or the other.
I love that. 25%. That's an insane return.
In some counties, you got to figure out what counties, but anywhere between 15 and 25%.
Wow, I love this.
And it's real. Tax deeds, tax liens.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that because again, I mean, I know a guy that does it for a living. He was a FedEx driver. And now he's like making millions of dollars.
Wow.
And he's out there teaching people kind of how to do it. So I started listening and watching and learning, did a little investigation.
And you've done it yourself?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not in a business like that, but I put some money in it. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And I've gotten returns, but I just learned about it freaking a year and a half ago. So.
Wow. I'll have to do more.
And it was 25%.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, you can't get that.
People online are like, dude, you can't get freaking 25%. Like, are you nuts? There's deals out there that you can. The average return on the S&P is 10%.
Yeah, over a 30-year period.
Yeah. Well, it's an average, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you know that? You looked into it?
Yeah, of course. I diversify.
That's funny. So you have over 160 units, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Now, are these individual doors that are all like leased and rented?
Yeah. So I have an apartment complex. It's 160 units. And then I have 4 units in LA that are just luxury Airbnb rentals.
And fully occupied or no?
I hate my luxury Airbnb rentals, to be honest. It's such a headache and so much work. And that's why I love the apartment complexes. And we're 98% occupied. We have a 16% IRR. I'm so happy.
Do you who bought in with you? Just you?
Pace Morby.
Oh, Pace, my man, Pace.
You know?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so I work with Pace.
You did it. Was it a subject to property? Are you out of your fucking minds?
Mm-hmm.
Like, give me those. All subject to properties.
Literally, yeah.
Reach out to me. See, there's a fund. Me and your fund.
Yeah.
Kinsey Lee Productions. Okay.
It's like Spike Lee.
I'll get a bunch of money.
Okay.
And you just go get all the fucking subject twos you can find, and I'll grab them all.
This is my dream. This is my future.
Well, how are you going to go trek gorillas?
Oh, you can do it all.
Have you ever did something with a rhino or anything?
No rhino. I've been really thinking lately the push is to do a bull ride, but then I'm like, I just really don't want to get injured again.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Have you ever been injured?
Yes.
Like how badly?
I broke my ankle skydiving. I hit a dust devil when I was flying, and so my parachute collapsed at 40 feet, and then I fell and broke my ankle. And then I broke my shoulder. This video was supposed to be so epic. We were doing the most epic California day, and I flew the helicopter from LA to Big Bear. And I was like, I'm going to snowboard in Big Bear, and then I'm going to skydive out of the helicopter, and then I'm going to surf in San Diego. All in one day. So be most epic California day. Fly to Big Bear. Sometimes when I'm filming, you get a little excited, and then I broke my shoulder snowboarding, and then couldn't fly the helicopter home, and the whole day was off. So nobody steal this idea because I'm still doing the video, but so you sign NDA.
Hey, so these are ideas.
Yeah.
That you say you're running out of.
Mm-hmm.
The most epic day. So you're just looking for ideas of crazy shit.
Yeah. Also, guys, if you guys are listening to this and have a really exciting idea, also DM me. That could be a good way to chat. I don't always answer my DMs, of course. So that could be a way in, a good idea.
Does it have to be dangerous?
No, I don't even want dangerous. I want adventurous, cool stuff. I just found out the other day you can go swim with killer whales in Norway. And I was like, that's cool. I would want to do that. I want to go to Antarctica. I want to but really I've kind of done so much.
Did you hear that we have confirmed that there are aliens? Yeah,
this is new, right? Oh, you know who DM'd me yesterday though is NASA. I'm going to go fly to NASA Space Center and go for the launch.
What does that mean? Just to watch it?
Part of the launch. I don't know. We're gonna
watch it or in it? No,
I don't think I'm going to go in it. That's a little crazy. We all know what happened with the submarine, okay?
What
that is for the astronauts. But I get to be a part of the whole pod. They're going to give me the whole tour, the inside scoop. So I just like stuff like this. I just want to like show cool parts of the world for people on YouTube and stuff.
And that's pretty much, I would say that's what you do.
Yeah. More so because it's not all crazy dangerous. Like I'll do cool climbs or cool hikes or just more so like, or I'll just go to cool places and do the adventure because I don't party. So when I travel, it's more so like doing day activities that are fun and adventurous and outdoors. It doesn't always have to be crazy.
Yeah, but when I'm looking at this real estate investor public figure, more like real estate is just where you're putting your money.
Yeah, 100%.
You're not a real estate investor, even though technically.
Fix and flip. So last year I fix and flip $6 million in real estate. So it takes up a lot of my time. But
so yeah, which one are you? I'm thinking, okay, so she's out gallivanting and then she's throwing money in real estate, so they're calling her a real estate investor.
No. Because flipping is very active.
But when you're flipping, how are you getting content?
That's why it was tough. This last year, I really took a back seat because I was so focused on real estate.
But why? If you can get paid to go have the most epic day.
Oh, this is my realization. I was like, what am I doing? I make so much money on social media and I get so many connections. And the reason I'm at where I'm at now, I think mentally is because I took advantage of the leverage that I have. I knew, you know what? This is kind of interesting for people. They would love to have coffee with me. So every successful person I saw, I DM, want to grab coffee? And I pick their brain and I learn. And I'm like, okay, cool. I learned about business.
How many of them hit on you?
Probably 100% of them, but that's why it's coffee. Like I'm not going to dinner. Depends on who you are. I'll go to dinner. But if you can give me enough, business advice, I'll go to dinner. People pay a lot of money for those dinners. I'll go.
Who do you want to go to dinner with? Let me make some phone calls. I know some people.
If they're a billionaire, I want to go to dinner with them.
Richard Branson.
I want to go to dinner with Richard Branson.
And by the way, like, dude, on that island, they do all kinds of snorkeling. I mean, not snorkeling, windsurfing and crazy shit like that.
No, him and I should just DM him anyway.
Why wouldn't you?
I think I'm DMing his friend, honestly, his really close friend who's similar, who's really adventurous. And they want me to do like this 2-week crazy trek in Baton. And I'm not much of a climber. So I was like, I don't know if I'm down for that. But I think he's best friends with Richard Branson because they're always together. So I think I can DM Richard.
Well, I'm going to find out if you can go because I want to be there when you're witnessing your hero.
My hero. See, that's who I'd want to go to dinner with.
Richard Branson would be good.
Or Tom Cruise or Robert Kiyosaki or there's a lot of people I want to go to dinner with.
Why Robert Kiyosaki?
Well, he inspired me to be a real estate investor, and I think he's achieved a lot. And he has a really straightforward, he's very rough around the edges approach with his advice. So I think I could get a lot of value. Because a lot of these like real estate guys are like real estate guys, and they make money selling courses. Like I want to know the juice, the deeds.
What about Pace? He's a real estate guy, but he makes money selling courses.
Bank too. I like Peso. He's genuine. I really believe, I think I have a good read for people, and I truly believe he's really genuine. Like his community is different than anybody else's. He gives back. He's all about his community.
You know Jamil?
Yeah, I love Jamil. Yeah, he was on my podcast.
That's a cool couple dudes.
I love them. So fun.
Like if I didn't have shit to do and I wanted to hang out with someone, I'd hang out with them.
They're so fun. They have you cracking up. I love them.
And I love the whole subject to concept. You don't even have to worry about shit. You just need to find someone wanting to get out of their situation.
Or you can just invest with Pace.
Where do you find these? Or does he find them for you?
Well, his community is insane, so they find them.
And then you just, fund them?
Fund them.
But some of them are no money out of your pocket.
Well, yeah, but for a big apartment complex, no.
Not going to happen.
Yeah.
Because I saw Pace on his social media saying he found one. I just didn't know what the terms were. Mm. Is he partner with you in that one?
Mm-hmm.
I'll be damned. Does he pay too, or does he just find it and then?
Yeah. He invests as well. Yeah.
You don't have any money invested with Mr. Grant Cardone?
No. I actually just had his I think his CEO on our podcast, and he was incredible. And I like their model, honestly.
Who's the CEO?
His name is Ryan Tesco.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan.
Cool guy.
Ryan.
Pilot also. So we bonded on that. And it was, listening to his business model, honestly, it's a lot safer approach. He doesn't offer crazy returns. But that's because he's smart about it. So you're only looking at a 6% cap. So, and it's a long-term hold. So I would think about it for sure. I like to, diversify. I think I'll invest with probably Brandon Turner. They have Open Door Capital. Do you know Brandon Turner?
I like him.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
He part of his new thing is like helping kids, and I like to help kids.
Mm.
So folks, if you guys want to invest with Kinsey, just hit her in the DM with the word invest. Like you're open to invest. You might get a shit more than you think. I don't know how you're going to handle it. Do you have a team that's in your DMs or no?
Yeah.
All right, good.
But yeah,
you may not get any because who would
knows?
invest?
Who knows? Or they could just think I totally suck.
What if I could sell tickets, for example, like for $50K, and they get to go with you, fucking with killer whales or something crazy?
Oh, I would.
Why don't you do that?
By
the way,
that's a really good idea. Like selling really amazing adventures. I would love like hosting it.
Experiences.
Wow.
And then. Or something, but or you could bring people that are like, people that want to talk to people, like Ed Milet. You bring Ed Milet. Ed Milet will be there. You can pick his brain. You just bring people, but it's 50 G's a seat.
Yeah, yeah.
And you bring 10 people, and then they pay for your trip. Who pays for your trip when you go?
I do everything's collab, social media.
But you pay for it, and then
no.
Who pays?
I stay everywhere for free. I post them on social media. If I'm like flying somewhere, I work with tourism boards. They fly me out. Hotels fly me out.
Who's calling and making all these deals?
My assistant.
Do you have an assistant I can hire?
Why, you need a new one?
No, but like if I ever get, 4 million followers, I'll do the same thing you are.
You should do that. No, but you can actually use my guy in India. He's the best.
But they're different followers. They're not adventurous. They're not following me because of my adventures.
Well, you'd be surprised. I still think like if you and your wife want to go on like somewhere cool, like DM them, and I think you can get it for free. I see everybody. You just got to DM.
I'm weird. I won't even use a coupon.
Yeah, so
I'm weird because when I grew up,
I like to save money, so I travel for free. Try and get it all for free. I get my dinners for free wherever.
Hey, Lisa, huh? I know, it's smart. It's actually fun. It's funny. It's smart. But
gotta save my money.
For what?
Real estate.
And then what?
Well,
like how much money do you need if everything's free?
Well, I don't need that much, but I would like to have 10 million invested into real estate so that I can be making $1 million a year before I have kids.
So you're going to wait a minute?
No. I'll probably have kids in 4 years. One of 30.
Now, see, that's another thing I notice nowadays. Kids are smarter. Back in my day, we were having kids at 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah. Now people are like, we're going to wait till I'm 30. That's probably pretty smart.
Yeah. So that way, like, I can be an involved mom. I can be an amazing wife. Like, I want to take on that role, but I also want to feel secure. Like, I need to be good still. So I got my passive income. I'm not stressed. Do whatever I want.
Are you going to ask for a prenup?
Well, hopefully he's more successful than me. That's one of the rules.
So you would say no? No prenup? What if he takes your shit?
Well, we would need to have a prenup anyway, just because I think it's smart to make that decision when you're still in love of like, hey, if I take 10 years off work and raise our kids and X, Y, and Z, like we got to figure those things out, in advance. And I want to be fair.
I'd love to be a fly on the wall for that conversation. Huh?
Dotting all the I's. I'm like, no, but I don't want to take everything of theirs. I just want to make sure we're all like on the same page, like we're more in love.
So the prenups, by the way, hardly ever stand up. Oh. Do you know that?
No.
Yeah, so just FYI.
And if you have kids anyway, like.
Heard of a postnup?
Yes.
That's where you're stronger, a prenup and then a postnup, because then you did it when you were all giddy in love, and then you did it like a year after you were married.
But if I buy all my real estate on my own before I even knew him, he is entitled to some of that? Whoa.
If you get married, depending on the state, half your shit is his and half his shit is yours, whether you like it or not. But it matters. Like if you marry.
If I have kids with someone, I mean, hopefully he's on the same page because they all are cheaters, but.
They're not all cheaters.
We're in it together. Like we're doing this.
Why'd you say they're all cheaters?
Fortunately, I've been cheated on a lot.
I know, but they're not all cheaters. Matter of fact, I was just talking about this the other day. Like they're not all cheaters. There's just very few of us that don't.
Right. Okay. I like that.
But they're out there.
Yeah, I don't like putting people in a box either. I do believe my perfect man is out there. I'm not that stressed about it. But I'm saying, like, when I meet my husband and we get married, like, for me, I don't want to wait out either. Like, I want that to be
Did your ex
forever.
cheat on you?
The most recent one? No, he was so nice.
That was his problem more.
He was too nice. I was the alpha. And I don't want to be the alpha.
See, gentlemen, pay attention to what she's saying. I try to tell people this. They act like fucking I'm crazy. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
See, it's coming right out of her mouth, right into your ears. She just said the guy was too nice. Ass kisser. Probably just too nice. You want a masculine man. No?
Masculine man that takes control, leads our life a little bit. I still want to be like the queen and respected and have a say, but I struggle. I mean, it's hard being a very driven female because I've always struggled with this.
Well, my wife, I say, I get to make the big decisions.
Yeah.
She gets to make the little decisions, and we've never had a big decision to make. Huh? Yeah.
So she makes all the decisions.
Yeah, whatever. But to me, it's like, because I say on stage sometimes when I'm talking that, I have this floor, and it's crazy because when I come home, I'll throw my shit on the floor and somehow it gets dry cleaned and put back.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, it's just a magic floor. And then and I'm like loving it. And everyone's like, you shouldn't talk about your wife like that. I'm like, first of all, it's, my wife has maids and shit like that, but she has a magic purse. What's that mean? Well, every time all the money's gone, more shows up. So it's like, that's a fucking deal, if you ask me.
It's such a deal. And that's what I think, like, there's nothing wrong. I always thought, like, I want to be a boss. I don't need a man, like, all of that. And I'm like, I'm so not about that anymore. I'm like, genuinely, our biology, like, there's so much that I can provide as a woman. And it's like, if you're stepping up in those ways and you're serving your man and he's providing for you, this is a deal of a lifetime. You guys need each other.
Perfect.
You're going to last. If you don't, the second you don't need each other, I think that's when things get wobbly. Like, you need to be a team who everybody has a role and you rely on each other.
Who are you going to vote for if it was Trump and Joe Biden again?
Trump.
I just wanted to make sure. Like, this can't be just too good to be true. It's like, no, come on. There's something wrong here. There's something wrong here. I'll find it. I always do. Sometimes it takes a while. It might be fucking like 6 months from now. I'm like, oh, I know what the fuck I should have.
Hopefully DeSantis.
Well, again, I was thinking DeSantis the same thing because then the crazies will go away and not worry about it. But believe it or not, I'd rather have Kristi Noem.
Oh, I don't know.
Look her up.
Okay.
She's like, I don't want to say hot because that, like, but she's like good looking, gorgeous. She's gorgeous. And she's from South Dakota. And if you go look at all her records, like, dude, she's like down for the people and she's smart.
Wow. I'm going to look her up.
I would think a DeSantis Noem ticket would be a good one. But I mean, the only reason I don't really want Trump per se, I mean, I guess I do and I don't. But the reason I don't would be because the crazies will come back. They
will. But I do agree. I see where they're coming from. I just think that, you're a stand-up guy who is respectful to your wife, all these things that, like, people look up to you for a reason. Even though you're this strong, masculine, opinionated man, you have very good values. And I think Trump lacks those values for him to be the president of the United States. So, yeah, he's an entrepreneur and he's a businessman, but, like, you cheat on your wife, you are douchey.
Everybody.
You do shady business. So it's like, I know when I do business, because not everybody cheats on their wife. When a guy cheats on their wife, I don't do business with them.
And by the way, not everybody's shady.
Person.
Yeah, but not everybody's shady.
So
like when it comes to business, I tell people, like, if it's not a win-win, like, get out of the deal because it's going to eventually end anyway.
Yeah.
But Trump, again, all I've ever heard him say where I kind of went, damn, is they asked her why he divorced his wife, and he said because she had a baby. They're like, well, it's your baby, and he said, yeah, but if I have a preference, and I do, I'm gonna sleep with girls that have never had a baby.
Oh my God!
And I thought, well, that's a little fucking rude, but hey.
Oh my gosh, that's all of our fear as women. Like, where our bodies are gonna change, and they're like, I don't want that no more.
Listen, he's rude and whatnot, but he's a businessman, and that's why I want him in there because. And again, I don't, but I do. This is a business. The United States is a business. And if someone runs it like a business, we got everything we need. We could be the fucking coolest shit going, but we are now in decline.
Yeah.
And somebody better, I don't know if it can be saved, tell you the truth.
I know.
Because I don't really believe anymore that the president runs anything.
Yeah.
Trump doesn't run anything. You really believe Joe Biden?
Of our ideology, everything is going, even the Barbie movie, I have to say, and this is not a popular opinion, I'm just not a feminist. I just think we're, going in a really bad direction. Like, I'm so tired of we don't need a man and blah, 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 blah. Like, we do. We need everybody. And, like, unless you want to go be a plumber, I don't. Like, so why are we all...
The plumbers are going to bomb you.
Yeah, well, like, that's what I'm saying. I respect you guys so much. Like, what you do is tough. Listen, like, girls don't...
I hope you end up marrying a plumber.
Maybe I will. Maybe you'll own... Hey, there's actually roofers who are worth $1 billion because they own all if he owns all the plumbing companies.
Kinsey, listen, AI, they say, watch out, watch out, watch out. I say, let's see AI unclog a fucking toilet.
Literally.
I think labor jobs, blue collar jobs are going to get more valuable. Why? Because, the thinking jobs and the creativity and all that shit, AI is going to take over.
Yeah. Coding, you don't need it anymore.
But AI is not going to fucking build your house, and AI is not going to unclog your toilet and change your light bulb and mow your fucking lawn.
Yeah.
So those blue collar jobs are going to get more valuable. And I think anybody that is paying attention should start thinking about the trades, right? There's a while where, dude, you're going to go in the trades. Like, why? It doesn't pay anything. I think in the future, it's going to pay everything. And it's going to be the one owning it still. So
yeah. Branching out, franchising. He's going to own every plumbing shop in the United States of America.
Roto-Rooter.
If you're a plumber and you want me to franchise your business, I'll be the brains. You'd be the...
Plumber. Yeah, it pays $8 an hour and all you can eat. Get down in that septic tank.
Horrible.
Have at it. Okay, so if the bomb squad can do anything for you, what would you have them do? These guys like to support. We want to support Kinsey.
I love that. Okay, well, Brad gave me the idea. If you guys want to go on an adventure, you got $50,000. I'll take you wherever you want to go. We'll go on a wild adventure.
Kinsey, you got to think bigger. It's you want a number. That's one dude's going to call you with $50,000, say, let's go somewhere. Now you got to go.
Well, yeah, he's got to bring 6 buddies.
That's what I'm talking about. You want to go with at least a group of 20. Why? Because then it's $1 million.
Right.
If you're going to go, fucking get paid.
Okay.
$50,000. I paid that just to go to fucking Necker Island.
Yeah, but that's Richard Branson.
I know, but there's 24 couples. That's $1 million too.
Yeah. Wow.
See what I'm saying? So
does he need the money? Why is he?
Hey, and here's another thing. You can rent Necker Island for $134,000 a day.
Mm-hmm.
The whole island. So do the math. Let's say you put together an event.
Yeah.
4 days, Necker Island, 130, 400, 120, 520. Let's say 550 with tax. And you're charging $50,000 a couple, or maybe not couples, dudes. Maybe you go do your own bachelorette on Necker Island and you're the fucking bachelorette. But it's $100,000 to fucking enter. Dude, I'm telling you, that's a real shit.
Yeah, wow.
And
that's a good show.
Hey, not only it's a good show, it's good content. And not only that, you would get a lot of motherfucking rich dudes or even wannabe rich dudes. Because there's people like, fuck, I got 100, but should I do it? Well, you might get her, dude.
Yeah.
It's my last 100. Don't do it. She's going to find out. What if dude spends his last 100 to go there and you flat out said you better be successful? Would you feel bad for him? I
would feel bad, but if he made 100, he can make another. It's not the guy for me, but you can do it.
Huh? Yeah, that's fucking hilarious. All right, folks, listen, you guys know where to follow her. At Kinsey, Kinsey, at Kinsey. That's all it is. She's one of those one-namers, at Kinsey. She doesn't have a website, which is weird. You got to get a website.
What am I going to have on my website?
You?
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, and then more
stunts, real estate.
More importantly, whatever you're offering. More importantly, what do you call it? Lead capture.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because again, these guys, I guarantee you, there's people listening to this. They're gonna fucking say, with all seriousness, not just because you're hot and they fucking want to get you, but they'd like to invest. They want someone out there. So now all of a sudden, if you have a fund and you have a fund,
yeah,
what if it like tripled? Well, how do they go? They're not gonna DM you, but they will now because I guess that's their only option. What if you had a website?
I love that. with serious.
I'll bet you you can go get kinseyandme.com.
I think I own KinseyWolanski.com. I just haven't done anything with it.
Yeah, but do Kinsey and Me, so you give them a feeling of togetherness.
Oh. Okay, Kinsey and Me.
kinseyandme.com.
You're good. Yeah, I should be paying you for these business ideas.
Nah, you don't have to. I just give them to you. Folks, as always, until next time, keep it real.
How do you get smarter, get better? Read books, practice, learn, go to classes, be an apprentice, get a mentor, get coaching. You get better, you get smarter, you learn.